about. And the first year we gave out certificates to everybody, and then the second year I decided to incorporate these crystal awards, if you look off to the side, that we're going to be giving out today. So I incorporated the crystal awards. So I wanted women to start getting to a point where they aspire to take home these crystal awards, and then they kind of fight over trying to get this crystal award. And people just look forward to just coming here and then just seeing who's person is going to go home with the crystal award. So that's when that came into play, and our very first PhenomeMOM Awards ceremony happened, and it was such a blessing. But before we get started with this event, I want to say a prayer to kind of welcome in the spirit of love, the spirit of kindness, the spirit of celebration, the spirit of God, and just allow His presence to be known so that everything that should happen properly will happen. I didn't prepare a person to pray, so I'm going to ask Ms. Shamar if she would come up and do that, please. Oh. She said, I'm sorry for calling you out. Say amen. Be ready in season and out. Amen. All right, let's bow our heads in the presence of God. Father, I thank you so much for this day. This is the day that you have made. We choose to rejoice and be glad in this day. Father, I ask that you would bless all the hands that prepared the food, the event. Shawana, thank you for her vision. You use her as an instrument to sing your praises, a weapon against the kingdom of evil with her voice and her gospel anointing. And God, I just ask that everything she's put out today, that you renew her, you replenish her, and you restore her. Take her to the next level, God. This is just the beginning. I have not seen nor ear have heard, nor has it entered into her mind what you have in store for her. Bless everyone at the tables today. Let them receive what you've already predestined for them to receive. I pray that hearts be open, minds be open, and that your spirit dwell with us today. We bless you, we honor you, we give you all the glory, we give you all the praise. You are God and God alone, and we love you. And all the saints of God, the body of Christ says, amen. Amen. Amen.
Would you do if I wasn't the same? Because of who I am, I would hold you in my arms and keep you safe till you were
wife, and mother. She has been ministering the gospel for over 15 years and is actively involved in ministry at her church, New Beginnings, or New BND, as people passionately knows it. She has worked with both youth and elderly, but her passion is for the geriatric community, which is the elderly. And it takes a special person to have a love for and a desire to reach out to the geriatric community. She has taught Bible study in assisted living facilities for many years. Her passion for being connected to Christ through prayer led her to become the overseer of intercessory prayer ministry at New BND. She is active in her community through outreach ministry and volunteering. Her heart's desire is to see people's lives being changed and making a difference in the community. Please welcome my friend and a great woman of God, Sanithia Chowne.
So what can I say? Women, we come in all shapes and sizes. We are simple yet complex. We have the power to change and influence the world with the very essence of our being. We have the capacity to be the CEO of our own business, raise our children, and be a loving wife. We are multi-talented multitaskers and multimillionaires. We are quite phenomenal at leaving our unique footprint in the world. With all that being said, I think sometimes we forget as women how powerful we are, and we doubt who we are. We even question our motherhood. We doubt that we are capable because of some bad days that we may encounter, and sometimes our children just don't choose the path that we would like for them to go down. And I'm a witness to that, because I didn't always do what my mother said. And we often wonder, did I do something wrong? We do our best as mothers. And we do what we can with the hand that we are dealt with. Yes, there will be always room to grow and learn, but beating yourself up is not going to change anything, except that you have some good days and bad days. And you will make mistakes, but learn from them and move forward. Continue to be you, the whole unapologetic you. And we at times envy and covet the gifts and talents of other women, and we want to be just like them. It's okay to admire someone, but you can't imitate them. If you did, then who would be you? For instance, Shawana is a gifted singer, and her voice can create melodies that can touch the very depths of your soul. While I admire her, I can't be her. I can't sing, even though I tried to sing back up for her, but she wouldn't let me. And that just isn't my gift. So me trying to sing is like me trying to wear a shoe that's 2 sizes too small. It just won't fit. I also have a friend who is a talented hairstylist. I have tried many times to fix my hair, but I can never make it look as good as a hairstylist. That's because that's a gift, and not everyone can do that. I also have a friend who is a gifted author and has the ability to write words that leap off the page and capture your minds and draw you in. While I can write a little bit, God has yet to give me a book to write. And I just shared all those examples with you to let you know that these women are living unapologetically themselves. What is stopping you from taking that leap of faith and living your true self? I have always been, believe it or not, quiet and shy. Growing up, I saw it as a curse because I allowed my shyness to keep me from doing things I wanted to do socially. I would imagine myself being a social butterfly, but I couldn't move past the fear of being rejected by others and being accepted. Later in life, I realized God created me with this quiet disposition, and it was a part of my personality. People and patients that I deal with on a day-to-day basis all tell me that I have a very calming and peaceful disposition, that allows them to feel more at ease and comfortable when they are around me. This has also helped me in my ministry, which is all tied to my divine purpose. What I saw as a weakness turned out to be one of my strengths. And now I don't apologize for who I am. I embrace it. I am, of course, more laid back, and I like to joke around, and I'm not as shy or afraid, as long as I don't allow that to hinder me from using my God-given talents. So I had to overcome that and believe in myself and believe in who God created me to be. So again, I challenge you, accept who you are. Don't you dare think there's something wrong with you because you're different. If we were all the same, this world would be so boring. I mean, I don't want another Sanithia running around, even though, it would be pretty much perfect if there was more. We as women learn and grow from each other. Just being among all you women, I don't know all of you, but just to be in your presence, I can learn and grow. And we are all created equal, yet different. I would love to be a tad bit taller and a tad bit slimmer. But that's just not me. I've learned to accept who I am. I'm 5'5", and I'm a little fluffy. That's what I call it, fluff. But that's okay. I'm not going to allow my appearance to stop me from being who God created me to be. And I'm speaking about that because we as women, sometimes we allow that to hinder us from doing what we're supposed to do. But that should be a hindrance. You are good enough. And that you are tall enough, you are short enough, you are short enough, you are pretty enough. Know that you are enough. Mothers have a way of shaping and molding us into our divine purpose. Their influence helps build our character and guide us into a bigger and brighter future. My mother, for instance, influenced me to go into the medical field. At the age of 18, I had no idea what a radiologic technologist was. But I knew I wanted to make some money, so I thought, why not? And that in turn opened up another doorway to my future. And while I was in college, I was recommended by one of my teachers to be a model. They made a life-size poster out of me, and the exhibit highlighted radiologic technology, and I was on display around the country. And all that, just my mother planting that seed, turned into something, bigger than I could even imagine. I play a key role in helping treat patients and possibly saving their lives. And I'm just sharing with you part of my journey because I just want you to know that if God can use me in my career aspect, then He can use you. It just takes you saying yes and taking that leap of faith. And, God is using each of us to plant seeds and to help nurture someone into being their unapologetic selves. No matter your age or social status, you can influence someone with your experience, wisdom, and knowledge. You may not realize it, but someone is watching you. And they may not want to be just like you, but they see attributes in you that they would like to pattern themselves after. So my question again to you today is, are you going to live your life and be you and live out your dreams? Or just sit back and let life pass you by? There was a poll taken of elderly patients in a nursing home about their lives and things they would do different. And one of the questions asked, if you could do anything over, what would it be? And the majority of them answered, I wish I would have done more of the things that I dreamed about and thought about doing. I don't want that to be me. I don't want that to be you. I want you to step out and, be all that God created you to be. So I dare you to write that book, finish your degree, or start one if you haven't. Audition for that part. Start your business. Just do you. After all, if you don't, who will? Who's going to live the life that you were destined to live and leave a legacy? To take a moment to acknowledge my mother, who, okay, I'm not going to cry.
Yes, you are.
Who has instilled morals and values into me. And she's always pushed me. Towards my dreams. And to live a better life than she did. I will forever be grateful for the endless sacrifice that she gave to me and my brothers. And I pray that I will be half the woman that she is. I love you, Mama. And I would also like to thank my dearest grandma, Nana, for teaching me what it means to be strong. She has endured so much in her lifetime, but has managed to still maintain her joy, peace, and relationship with God. Her wisdom is boundless, and every time we sit and talk, I gain a little bit of wisdom for myself. I love you, Nana.
Wasn't that a good word, y'all? Amen. I'm always talked about because my mother, my family, a lot of people always say, when I graduated from radiologic technology school, which I have like about 50 million careers because I can't figure out what I want to do when I grow up. So I keep reinventing myself. You know, when I get married, my husband gonna have all kinds of wives going on here. He gonna never have to cheat on me. So every time I come home, I'm gonna be a different person. I'm here airline pilots today. I'm always trying to figure out a way to just learn. And I think the careers keep coming about because I'm just always trying to learn. I'm always trying to know more and engage more. And as the technology grows, I want to learn more about it. It's so interesting to me. And like as Sister Sanithia said, Minister Sanithia said, who else? Who else? And I know everybody always makes jokes about me. They'll be like, girl, I had a friend that, well, actually, anybody who gives me an idea, they're like, I was thinking about doing this. Or I'll call somebody and say, well, I was thinking about doing this. And they'll be like, that's a good idea. And then the next day, I'll call them and I'm like, okay, so I got the venue booked and we're going to be doing it this day. And it's like, wait, what? You just came up with this idea. And I believe in not keeping things dormant because there's some things that I have kept dormant and everything like that. And I keep going back to it. But I don't believe in keeping things dormant because you never know what may be birthed by you stepping out and doing those particular things. So I just totally and completely believe and agree and agree with Sister Sanithia said when she said, why not you? Why not you? And then like my thing is, what about those people who had those ideas and now are multi-billionaires? What if the person that created Facebook would have said, it'd be cool if I could talk to my friends that I knew back in 1852. It'd be so cool if I could talk to them over the internet. And they just was like, that would be cool. We wouldn't have Facebook. And I mean, Twitter, all these other social media engines came about because of MySpace, Facebook or whatever. What if the person who decided, I go through the hospital because that's another job I do. But I'm a radiologic technologist too. I think I have like 50 million things. But as I go through the hospital, there's little small things that people will create. Like now they have this thing where if you're doing a sterile procedure, they have to mark your slides and have to mark all your medicine with a name on there. And you can't put a sticker on there because the stickers aren't sterile. So somebody, which I wish it was me, God, I wish it was me, came up with putting a marker in a sterile package. A marker in a sterile package. And I'm pretty sure that those packages are like $100 a piece. You know what I mean? And it just, those little small things, you know, Premier Design. Our sister back over there in the corner, she's selling Premier Design. And I know the story of the person who started selling Premier Design. What if she would have sat back and said, I'm good. I don't need to do this on a big scale. I just make me some jewelry at home and just wear it myself. And now she's inviting other women to come in and take ownership of their own lives to be able to sell products and things like that. And I look at women, we are some powerful people. And I know there's men in here, and I'm not a male basher, sir. I promise I'm not. I love you. We need y'all to, especially to hang up the pictures, to put gas in the car, to mow the lawn, like all that stuff. We appreciate you. But women are the thinkers. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. Y'all think too. I'm just playing. But we as women are some powerful creatures. So the fact that we can birth somebody, and if I think back to the days when people were able to birth people and they didn't have medicine. I've never had a child, but I can tell you what, I would not have wanted to be that cave woman that had to deliver that baby with no epidural, no new vein, no hospital, no, none of that. I would not want to be that woman to have had to do that. You know, women are some powerful, we have the ability to give life. Yes. That's an amazing thing. There's women out there, there's people out there, there's men out there that want to be us. You know what I mean? Like going and getting changes and everything because they want to be us. We are amazing beings. And if only we could know the power of who we are, Jesus. If only we could just know. God, that's an amazing thing to know how great you are and to live out that greatness unapologetically, like Sister Cynthia said. People talk about me, and I don't go back. They talk about me. My mother always say, "You just do you, and it don't matter." And I really do. I have always beat by my own little drum. I stay to myself a lot. I still do. People think that's me being stuck up, but I promise I enjoy being with myself so much that I don't need nobody to be invited to this party. I'll be like, no, table for one. And I'm probably going to have more fun than the people who have taken 20. And I'm going to be over there just cracking up laughing to myself. And I'm not crazy. You know, I don't need a psych ward. Well, okay, I'm crazy, but in a crazy kind of nice way. You know, like, if I so happen to get a gun, I won't go shoot nothing up. I'm not that crazy, but I'm the crazy that, you know, I'm the life of the party. I tell anybody I'm a party in the bag. Just pick me up, I'm in the bag, when we out, bam, we out party. So I just feel like just being myself unapologetically, loving who I am. And I've not always been this way. I've not always loved who I was. I've not always loved my big old eyes. My auntie, not my auntie back there, because I love her. She's my favorite auntie, and I'm only saying that because the other aunties ain't here. But, no, actually she is my favorite auntie, but I can't say it around them because they get mad. But, my other auntie used to talk about my eyes all the time, and she would always be like, Shawana, you got that thyroid disease? And I'm like, they been this big. They're not getting smaller. When I get thyroid disease, they probably gonna be this big. But as of right now, this is the normal size, you know. And then I watched America's Next Top Model one time, and they had this girl on there who had these beautiful big eyes. And that was the story. She ended up winning because of her eyes. And so, like, if we can only just take the things that we have that is awesome, that's different. Matter of fact, awesome, different is awesome. But if we just take the things that is different about us, capitalize off of that, I hear some branding going on. I'm just saying, you know, I'm gonna brand my eyes. Nobody has eyes like this. I'm gonna start making them model eyes. I feel like anybody needs somebody's eyes. I'm a model. Okay, we're gonna get to the award ceremony because I know that's what y'all been sitting here patiently waiting. I'm like, dang, is she gonna get to those awards? She keep talking. but we want to know who won. So I'm going to bring my friend, Miss Nish Nicole, who is also a massage therapist. She has a place called Chosen Ground Wellness Spa. She does my massages. She almost tried to send me to somebody else because she had to have surgery on her hands, and she kept trying to refer me out. I'm like, no, are you trying to break up with me? My stylist back there already broke up with me. I can't get nobody else to leave me. Then I got somebody gonna work me out. Miss Tiffany, she's gonna work me out. She's gonna get me back in shape. So I got a bunch of powerful women that are doing some work with me, for me, and I appreciate it. But just don't dump me. Please don't dump me. But she's gonna come up and she's gonna help me with these awards, okay? Alrighty, so I'll do the first award. Can I get somebody to come and help stand up the awards, please? I think the award company cheated me because each year as I get these, they get smaller. They're still pretty, but I'm like, that's not as big as it was the last time. So I don't know, but they're still gorgeous nonetheless. All right, our first award is the Philanthropic Award. And this award, when I was thinking about it, I was thinking about a woman who does outreach, and she does it effortlessly, and she does it without murmur, and she doesn't complain about it. And each year that we do this, since I started doing this award, it kind of drives me crazy because I love that people want to come to this event, but some people don't want to nominate anybody. And I'm like, you're bringing your mom, nominate her for the award. And it never crosses their mind. They're just like, I just want to come. It's so cool. I just want to come. And I'm like, but I need to give these out because I don't want to take them home. I mean, I will and put them on my mantle, and I would say I was philanthropic, I was influential, I was powerhouse, and I would say all of that. But it would be nice to be able to give this away. So like each year in the past, we've had like one nominee per award. Sometimes we didn't have a nominee for a specific award. This year, I'm so thankful because we had a lot of people to nominate. And as we were all collectively, I have a group of people that read your submissions. And we had some people that were like, I think this person, based upon what was said, I think this person would fit more for this category than this category, and I think this person would fit more for this, and I think that person. So I allowed them to kind of put people where they belong in the whole scheme of things so that they're getting the award based upon their submission. But I had some phenomenal stories, some people who said some great things about their moms, and it just makes me smile because in the world that we're living in today, we have girls, their moms, moms against their daughters and fathers against their sons. So it's amazing to have women that love their moms enough, or men that love their moms enough to say such beautiful things. So for the Philanthropic Award for this year, we have 2 nominees, Annie Adams and Charlotte Channing, and the winner is Charlotte Channing. Come get your award. God is good.
Don't you look so pretty?
We'd like you to say something too, if you like.
God is so good. And I didn't know, I was just coming to the banquet and stuff. Thank you very much.
I think that there was somebody that I was emailing back and forth, and they were like asking me, should I tell the person that they've been nominated? And I always tell people, I I would not tell people that they've been nominated, because a lot of times people just think they're just coming to a brunch, and oh my God, does the tears fall when they find out that they've been nominated for an award. And yeah, so this is amazing.
Hello, everyone. The next award is the Powerhouse PhenomeMOM, and the nominees are Brenda Garrett, Hazel Wilson, and Deborah Pinkins. Hazel Wilson.
Did you think you were just coming to a brunch? Well, go around that way, mother. Let them see you in all your glory.
Oh my God. I drove, I don't know how many miles to get here. Now, I have to thank you. That's my second child. And we're on the phone, we talk. I love her to death. But I don't get here often. So she said, Mom, will you come to a brunch on Saturday before Mother's Day? And I was like, well, I don't know, because I have so much to do. I'm in so many things. And I don't like to miss my church on Sunday. So I said, well, I'll get there. But I'm going to leave Saturday evening trying to get back home. Had no clue that she was doing this to me. But I thank you, Tracy, I love you. And I thank all of you for thinking enough of me to nominate me and make me the person. Thank you.
Those words that were written on the paper is what got you. So thank your daughter. She said some beautiful things about you. I asked the people who were voting, I said, was it difficult for you to vote? It was difficult for me. Like, I kept going back and like marking out, and I'm like, nah. And then I was like, hey, I want to make another award, because I just wanted to give like everybody that was nominated an award, which next year I am going to add 2 more awards to it. But I was like, I want to make more awards. Just the words that were on those papers were just so beautiful. It was so beautiful. The next award is for Influential PhenomeMOM. And the nominees are, this award is actually presented by Shawan Ray, which is I. This year we let people sponsor the awards, so they pay for the awards to be created. And so we had 2 sponsors for awards this year, and I paid for one of them. But I enjoy it. I pay for all of them, actually, out of my other pot. But I paid for this out of my singing pot. But anyway, Influential PhenomeMOM. The nominees are Linda Miller, Charlotte Channing, and Gloria Turner. Winner is Gloria Turner. We have a queen in the midst. You look beautiful.
I would just like to say I'm very appreciative to be here today. I didn't know much about this organization until about a week ago, but the continuation of women supporting other women is such a beautiful thing, especially in our community. And it's really nice to get recognized for things that you're doing, because so often we do things, and as moms we wear many hats. And everybody doesn't always see the things behind the scenes, behind the scenes, behind the scenes. And as a full-time student and a full-time mom and a full-time employee, and still making time to service my community and getting recognized for this is a huge honor. And I thank you, women, for supporting this opportunity, and I thank you as well for your vision. Thank you.
You might be speaking that shit.
This is so cool. Might have to have her come back.
Something I was going to say, she said something that sparked something in my head, but because I've grown another year older, I cannot remember. But, so if it comes back to me, I'll say it, or I'll just take the mic from Mitch if it does. All right, she's going to present the last award.
The next group of women were recognized as the PhenomeMOM of the Year and nominated Alicia Flowers, Gloria Turner, and Annie Adams. And the winner is Annie Adams.
So shocked and surprised. And I didn't know any of this was going on. I really didn't. I appreciate it. I thank you. And that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mish. These awards are just beautiful. I really do. I really enjoy this event. And as I said before, a lot of times it's so hard when you have so many to choose from. And so that's why I incorporated 15 people to read over all the submissions, to have a biased and unbiased. I have a group of people that has been affiliated with this event, and then I have people who've never even been here to read over them. And what I do is I take away the names and I give each person a number assigned to their vote. And the words that came off those pages when the people submitted those, like this year was the first year that we had so many people to be nominated. Last year we had a lot of people, but we didn't have so many in each category. So some categories, some people just won by default. And then some of them, you know, they won actually winning. And last year, I think it was 2 years ago, we had a lady who had some words submitted, and she almost won every single award. Like her words, the words that was written by her daughter was so awesome that she almost took away every single award. But I don't want that to happen. So what I did was I gave her the award, which is the greatest award of the year, which is PhenomeMOM of the Year. And then I gave the second runner-up the awards for each other award, because I felt like each mom should be recognized. But the words that were on the papers were amazing. And I had people that were like emailing me, and they were crying. They literally said they were crying just reading over some of this stuff that people were saying about their moms. And I just think that it was just amazing, the things that were said about them. But I have a thing that we do each year, and it's called Tribute PhenomeMOMs in Resting. And the first year that we did that, it was one of those things where I just said, well, we'll do a prayer. We're not necessarily praying for the moms that are resting because they're not like with us, but we can pray for their children and their children's children and everything that they may go on and be successful and leave the legacy that mom created for them. And I wrote a poem called PhenomeMOM in Resting that I did with the tribute last year. I decided to do an actual picture tribute because I wanted us to be able to see the faces of the women who have now since gone on to rest that touched so many people's lives.
PhenomeMOM in Resting, watching over me, keeping me safe from harm, and sometimes me from me. I remember your gentle voice and your smile so heavenly. You're in the right place now, free as free can be. No more suffering from heartaches and pains. In my mind, it's angel wings you've gained. PhenomeMOM in Resting, watching over me, keeping me safe from harm, and sometimes me from me. I remember your touch, so soft yet stern, keeping me from a potential lifelong burn. Sometimes it was the deep look that you gave that made me feel safe and yet at times to also behave. PhenomeMOM in Resting, watching over me, keeping me safe from harm, and sometimes me from me. You were so strong, but yet so weak. Weak for the ones you protected so deep. You were big, but yet so tiny. Tiny when you made things look not so mighty. Your smile, walk, laugh, heart would fill a room full of love that could never be doomed. PhenomeMOM in Resting, watching over me, keeping me safe from harm, and sometimes me from me. Rest, PhenomeMOM, you raised me well. To learn more about Uplift Your Sister PhenomeMOM Awards brunch, please visit www.upliftyoursister.org.
But what I was thinking was, I know some women that are going home with their children with no man there to help them out. They work 40 hours and try to figure out how to get the other 40 hours in for school. And they're paying the bills, they're studying while their children are in the bed, and then getting up early in the morning to get them on the bus and start their day all over again. And I'm not trying to discount that lady's journey, but I know some women that are out there that are doing single parenting effortlessly, without complaint, without murmur, without any sad songs to sing. They enjoy being a mom. And my mother, she put herself through nursing school. We watched her go through nursing school, struggling and taking care of us. She made us think we were rich. Like, I promise, I didn't know that we were broke at times. Like, there was times where we didn't have money, and I did not know that we were that, not well off or whatever. I had a supportive grandmother who was back there in the corner chewing on fruit. But we had a supportive family and a supportive, I thank God for our family. Because like my favorite aunt, when we moved out and I still wanted to go to the school that we were going to, we moved to another place. So my aunt literally let me stay over her house throughout the week and go on the weekends so that I could be able to continue to go to that school. And we had a great unit of women who came together and looked out for each other. And I think that's the reason why I love my family and I love women so much. Like, my love for women is so powerful. And I mean, like, when I see a woman, I see no fault in that woman until she gives me a reason to. Now, I'm not going to be crazy now. If she gives me a reason to see she's faulty, then it's like, I'm going to have to stay away from her. But I
I see no fault in women. I love on women. I think women are beautiful. I think we're powerful. I think we're strong. I think we're mighty. I think we hold so much power, just so much power. But Teresa sent in a video, and and we have that video, and I will be willing to share with your mom. But you were the only person that submitted a video. But what I wanted you to do was come up and say words yourself in person.
Good afternoon. Thank you for Shawana for this event. I really got excited when I saw it because I too love my mother a lot. And when Shawana was talking just now, I held my mom's hand because those words rang true. She raised 5 daughters by herself. And I'm the third of 5. And I didn't know we were poor either. We had everything we needed. We got new school clothes every year. We were shipped off to my great aunt in Detroit every summer so mom could work extra. We didn't know that. So she would work extra, harder, overtime, put clothes in layaway, all of that. And I feel like I am who I am today because of my mom. And then I have 3 daughters now. So yeah, I love my mama and I love women. But this is called Making of a Miracle that I submitted from my mom. When I was in my mother's womb, Jeremiah 1 and 5, God whispered in my ear and asked, Teresa, what kind of mother would you like? In my voiceless spirit, I responded to him. I asked that she is a woman who first of all know and love you, Matthew 22:36, so she will teach me to know and love you also, Proverbs 22 and 6. I asked that my mother be nurturing and loving. She might spoil me some, but not spare the rod, Proverbs 13:24. Furthermore, I would like to request that my mother have a heart big enough to not only love me and our family, but to love others as well, Mark 12:31. God then said, you may add 2 more desires to your request. I said, Lord, make sure my mom is able to forgive others as you forgive us, Matthew 6:14. Since you said all come short of my glory, I want my mom to be able to love, not condemn, forgive even when she cannot forget. Last but not least, as you create my mother with the dust from the earth and breathe life into her nostrils, Genesis 2:7, give her a generous heart, selfless spirit, and an humble soul, Luke 6:38. Is that all? God replied. Yes, I said. When I opened my eyes, breathed my first breath, and cried my first cry, I heard and remember God saying, Teresa, say hello to your mother, Brenda Joyce Gale Garrett. I looked into her eyes and stopped crying. I felt all of God's love every day of my life because he blessed me with the mother of his making and of my dreams. Last but not least, I just wanted to share, if I can, this poem I wrote for my mom. A celebration of life. On August 5th, 1942, a beautiful baby girl was born to Mattie Mae and Robert Boone. A good name should be chosen, like carefully choosing a good fur. Brenda Joyce Gale Garrett was the name given to her. She grew up in Hopkinsville, Kentucky until the age of 8, then moved to Indianapolis. This change was destined to set her fate. Attended IPS schools, growing up a happy teen, making great friends along the way, including Edie and Herlene. Her best to set good examples and to be a good parent for her precious 5 golden rings sent from above. She always dreamed of having 13 girls, gave birth to 5 and called it quits. She decided it was best to keep her sanity, keep self-control, and keep her wits. She spoiled her little angels, but did not spare the rod. She truly doted on her darlings. Being a mother was her favorite job. As they grew into adulthood, she enjoyed finding time on her own and was always there to support and encourage. She was proud that her girls had grown. Soon life brought about more changes. Now great-grandmother, grandmother, wow, what a joy. She openly and lovingly welcomed each precious girl and each bouncing boy. Now there are 12 in all, grandchildren. Loving each individual is a must. They have a special name for their grandmother. They lovingly call her grandmas. She has graced this world for 75 years, blessed to have lived life well. For those who know her, their lives have been touched. She has a loving soul, can't you tell? The world will continue to be a better place as she continues to age gracefully, like great cheese and fine wine. Having felt her presence and having been warmed by her smile, if only for a moment of a season in time. Thank you. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
We enjoy this part of this event because it's in your words that you're able to speak to your mom in front of all these people who don't know her, who will get to know her now. So if anybody wants to come up and say anything special.
Boy, so Shawanda knows I lost my mother January the 11th. My mother was my best friend. She worked for me for 3 years. She married my father when she was 14 in Greenville, Mississippi. Had 5 children and stayed married 41 years. It's the same man. My dad is blind, has multiple sclerosis, and I have never seen a man with more vision and more tenacity than that man, Nathaniel Mitchell. But the one thing I have to say about my mother is everything, I know this sounds cliche-ish, but everything that I know to be that I use in my life as a mother, I have a 21-year-old daughter, and she just gave birth to, not just, but she's still so little to me, my granddaughter who's 2 and a half. And I look at, from my granddaughter, her actions, to my daughter, her actions, to their go-getter spirit, to their selfless sacrifice. I look at that, and I can see my mother all through that. You know, and when I think about my mom's legacy, her life, and what she taught me, is my mom loved my father unconditionally. When we say agape love, I felt that from my mom. They were married 41 years, and I still would see my dad blind, chasing her around the house, still trying to get her. Give me, you know. I see my mother, she would drive my dad to school, work in Phoenix. I'm from Arizona, Phoenix, that's 2 hours. That's like here to Ohio, right? Like a 2-hour drive. She would do that every day so he could get to work. And she would sit in the car and wait until he got out. My father got real sick, and he had to have his valve removed. And I remember he couldn't get to the bathroom. And he would, have accidents. And he's trying to run, and my mother would clean up after him and not make him feel anything. And I remember my mother always saying to me, I want you to do more and be better than who I was. I feel like God honored me to be able to live with her and glean from her everything that I know that I've applied in my life today. Real quick, as I end, I lost my mother. Death is hard, period. But when it's sudden like that, it's harder. My mother and I talked on the phone 3-4 times a day, just mother-daughter talk. She talked to my daughter, I talked to my father. And she was sick, but she didn't tell us she was sick. And I remember I talked to her Tuesday. And on Tuesday she said, baby, I feel good. I'm putting the bunk beds up for your brother, her grandchildren. She said, I'll be back, we'll be all right. I'm going back to the house, get some rest. I'll call you in the morning. I said, okay. My dad called me at my office at 7 o'clock in the morning, my time, 4 o'clock their time. And he said, your mother's been going up all night. Call the ambulance. We called the ambulance. They came and got her. They couldn't find the pulse. They got her to the hospital. My dad called me and said they got her stable. I was like, thank you, Jesus. And then my mom rose up out the bed, said straight up and told my father, who cannot see, and my aunt, take my purse home. And my dad arguing and fussing. I'm not leaving, take your purse. My aunt said, Nathan, just take the purse home. Take it home. She's all right. She's out the ICU. Take it home. He went to take the purse home. The ER doctor called him not even 8-9 minutes later, my dad said. He said, get back to the hospital now. My aunt turned that car around, drove right to back to that hospital, and my mom died instantly of a massive heart attack. This is what I want to leave with this stuff. This is why I tell you that story. I've never known, and I know this sounds cliche, but I mean this, I've never known my mother to do one selfish thing. I have not. I remember times that she had 5 children. I remember at 14, got married. I remember my mother. She would give us crackers and sardines. Come on, y'all sardines. Cash, spam, y'all, come on. That's it. Put it on it and put olives on it and serve it to us. Oh, I thought I was eating filet mignon. I did not know that we didn't have anything. And she would not eat so that we could eat. So I said, when my mother saw the Lord, I know she made a selfish decision to say, I love y'all, but I ain't coming back. Deuces. I know she did. Because that's all. I've been ordained as an evangelist since I was 21. I'm in my 40s now. And I remember my mother, I could preach in the hills of Alaska. She gonna find her a seat and sit right there in front of me and just go hear the word. But there's no matter what I did, my mother was right there. And I know confidently, when she told my dad to take her purse home, she saw the Lord. And she didn't want him to see her go. My dad said when she was leaving out the house and he was following the paramedics, she said to my dad, Nathan, you're going to have to come to this light too. And my dad said, what light, sweetie? She said, this light. So I'm confident my mother's with the Lord. All things spiritual, I get, I understand, I know, but there's still a void in my heart. Amen. And I know God will fill it. Time will fill it. But cherish your mother while you have her. Amen. Love her while you have her. Every fault, make it a sing a song about it. She called me 5 times a day. Amen. Woo, Jesus, thank you, God. My mom would call and leave it. Amen. She called and leave a voicemail and say, she talked to the voicemail. Shamara, answer the phone. Shamara. Listen now. Nathan, Shamara? I'm like, it's the voicemail. Cherish that. I miss that. But I know she's with our Savior. I know I'm going to see her. And our mansion's going to be right next door. And she's cooking me some tacos right now. Waiting for me to get there. So just cherish your mother. And I thank you for doing this. This is very powerful. Because I think we have an opportunity to celebrate our moms like we should, And I thank you for that. Amen? Can we give Shawana a hand for this?
I like public speakers from the Bible horse voice. I work on loud environments on horse. This is my beautiful wife, Teresa. She's a tough act to follow. This is my sister, Deborah. My mother's sitting there with the biggest hat on in the room. Something that the Holy Spirit said that I take to heart. I know more good women than I know good men. I have 3 boys and 1 daughter. And I can count the good men I know. I know a lot of good women. From my mother to my wife, my sister. My sister raised 2 boys that did a good job with them. Something the Holy Spirit is true. They had to always take the right path. But my wife, she's special too. But my father was the best man I knew. And that's all I talk. He spoiled my mom to death. He did. And I remember before he passed, my dad said, your mother is getting bossy as we get older. She's going to be working all the time. I said, Dad, you spoiled her whole life. I said, you're going to be a tough actor a while. But it taught me something. My mom has spoiled me just like my dad spoiled her. She's been the best mother I could ever have. She's always there without me if I need something. And I love her to death. She made me come up here because when my wife came up here, when I come over, she said, I don't like to talk because I get emotional. same thing about my father. I love my mother very much. You know, and I always say, I love my mother-in-law, my daughter-in-law, Tip, my sister-in-law, Big, because they're good women and good mothers. Yeah. And my sister, too. Amen.
I just want to say that I thank God that He gave me a mother that fears the Lord. Yeah. And the Bible states that a woman that fears the Lord should be praised. And we got up this morning and she said, let's pray. But she always encourages us to seek the Lord. And that's the greatest gift, to tell your children about the Lord. Because the gift that God gives through Jesus is the greatest gift that anybody can have. And I just thank God for my mother. She's very hospitable. She loves to wait on people. And that's a gift, because everybody's just not good at that. And I just thank God for her spirit, her cheerful spirit, and her fashion sense. And I always looked up to her as a child when I was at school, and they'd say, you know, your mother's coming up. I was always proud of my mother. And I said, I got the prettiest mother. And I thank God for her, that not only that, but to have a pretty spirit in the Lord. So thank you very much.
Make this real quick. First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life. I love my mom. That was my sister. That's my mom. Sister-in-laws, Aunt Annette, brother-in-law, Shamar. Last week, I was a keynote speaker at a mother-daughter brunch, and the topic was a mother's treasure. It was their topic, and it all started with a campaign I do, Purse with a Purpose. I didn't plan on saying anything today, but as Shamar was speaking, I hate to leave people at these restaurants. I gotta say something about that. Gotta say something about that. And she went right where that topic was about. This speech I gave last week, a mother's treasure. Everything that a mother's supposed to do, Shamar, listening to you, your mother did. When she raised up and told him take the purse, because where she was going, the purse she had was not going, no thief could take it, no mold could get it. She was on her way. She left you what she was supposed to leave you with. Her treasures were stored in heaven. And she went to them. But she will see you again because of what she left with you. She didn't leave stocks and bonds, which is okay if you had that on earth. But the Bible tells you all that is meaningless. You're to store your treasures in heaven. And that's what your mother did. And you will see her again because you're following that. You're storing it with your daughter. So as I look out here at all these beautiful women, and we as seniors, we're left here for a reason, and we're to teach the young what living is really all about, because we're passing through here. We need to teach them how to store those treasures in heaven. And whether you're giving a dime or a dollar, you store it. Whether you're teaching someone and you're giving out of love, you're storing. And so we as moms and women, whether you gave birth or not, but you connected with all these women, you're sharing and teaching them how to store where the treasures are to be stored. I talk and laugh with my mom every single day, more than once a day. And I will, for when people that have lost their moms, I never tell them I know how you feel, because I don't. I don't know how they feel. I've never walked those shoes. But I can say to them, I only can imagine. If God takes my mom before He takes me, I can only imagine. And I only like to imagine it. So, God bless you, everybody. Have a happy Mother's Day weekend.
I've been so moved by this today. Oh my God. But I do want to say, and this just came to me, I would like for you to choose someone for me to donate 12 weeks of training for free. I'm gonna let her choose. I'm not doing that. So I am Tiffany. My gym is located on 62nd and Georgetown Road, 6208 La Paz Trail. The address is on the coupon as well. But yes, anyone can. I have free boot camp classes, so you can reach out to me and I'll make sure that I email you the information that you need. Thank you.
I love when people buy into my visions,
because people don't have to. And I recognize that, I understand that people don't have to agree with what you come up with and think that what you think is awesome. Like even with my music, I had the opportunity, my birthday was Wednesday, and because I'm not an arrogant person, I try to be as humble as possible, because I know that at any given time, everything that I am could be stripped away. And then what is left of me, you know, and I just want people to just see my heart and see my passion for things. I'm very passionate. And so when I went to go sing, I was so nervous, because I was like, what if they, you know, when you're in your own city, not that I totally get support here as much as I thought, but when you're on your own city, people know you, they just come just because they know. You know, people just want to support you, but when you go to somewhere else and people don't know who you are, you don't know if they're going to support you, you don't know if they're going to appreciate your music. And so anyway, I got up and I finally got the nerve after my stomach started to stop turning, and I had to go use the bathroom, because I was like, oh my God, like my whole insides messed up when I had to go sing in front of a small group of people. And so I got up and I sang. And my defense when I get up and I'm nervous is I close my eyes when I sing. And that's to take the faces away and focus more on what the reason that I'm here is for. And so anyway, I got up and I sang. And the guy who was running the event left his post and left out. And I'm like, where did he go? And so he went to go get the owner of the venue to come back in and listen to me sing. And after I got through singing, he said, I feel like we just had a concert. I feel like we should be charging $10 for this. And it made me feel loved, it made me feel special, and it made me feel like the stuff that I'm doing is reaching somebody. When I got through and he had the opportunity to talk to me, he said, I just want to let you know, I feel like I'm in the presence of greatness. And he said, I feel like you're about to be famous, like, but could you please remember us when you become famous? And I mean, like, I've been in music for a long time, and I heard a whole lot of people sing, especially nowadays, and he said, nobody is doing the music like you're doing at your level. People are doing the music like you're doing when they have record labels behind them. I support myself. I support my own vision. I support my own dream. And I believe that if you don't sow into your own stuff, you can't expect nobody else to sow into you. So I just thank God for the people who buy into my vision, who trust me, the ones who trusted me with their moms today. I looked on Facebook, I looked on Instagram, I was stressed out. There's a whole lot of Mother's Day events that's going on this weekend, on this day alone. And y'all could have chose any single one of those. I do not take any of you guys being here for granted. I promise I don't. I want to thank Velma Reed with Paparazzi Jewelry. Thank you so much for trusting us with your brand. Please go by and see her. I told her y'all was going to get some last minute Mother's Day stuff, and because I told her I don't want to be a lie. So please don't make me no lie. And Cheryl Kramer with Premier Design, I want to thank you so much for trusting me. And we hope to see you ladies next year, bigger and better. Stars for Children, a representative is not here for them today because they have other engagements. Kristen King, she's not here today. There's a couple other vendors that's not here today that I appreciate them donating their money for this event, I really do. Indianapolis Monthly gave us a subscription certificate for anyone who would like to have Indianapolis Monthly subscription, and I am going to give that to the only man in our room. Because I love when the men come and support the women. Thank you, sir. Just fill it out and send it in, and they'll send you a whole year's worth. Thank you. And for that 12-week program, Sharon. Your daughter played it for you. She played it for you. She said, please give it to her, Sharon. is going to take that. Flanagan is going to take that. And please tell everybody about this event. We want to grow this event. We want to offer more awards. We want this to be an event that everybody is just looking forward to coming to each year and want to celebrate with us. And I think that is everything. Please see the vendors that we have. We have some I Am a PhenomeMOM t-shirts back on the table that are from our organization that helps to pay for this event as well. I have CDs that are back there. But I would much rather, if you only had a small amount of money to spend, I would much rather you spend it with our vendors than to spend it with me. So please, 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 if you have just a small amount of money to use, spend it with our vendors. I would much rather them take home something than for me. So thank you so much for coming and enjoy the rest of your day.
I know you, I've seen your face before. You try to hide, but you can no more. Afraid you are to allow seeing the beautiful that hides beneath. Been searching for a long while, broken, no longer see your smile. Can't imagine a life without sorrow and pain. Hold your head down, filled with so much shame. Broken, scared, abused, used, light, appreciated, loved, adored, torn, ashamed, confused, mistaken, accomplished, achieved, renewed, free.
Dark remnants of past experience play hide and go seek with my existence, encapsulating my freedom and blurring my vision. It's hard to see beauty through glasses stained with sin, or muffle the whispers of failure that come from within. There has to be a way to begin again, to reverse the curse of mistakes past, to see half full the glass, to find a joy that this time will last. But there's no remedy for insecurities or keys to escaping mental captivity. No recipe for spiritual healing. Yet, I'm searching, cause I do believe, no wait, I insist that there has to be something greater than this. I just have to find it.
Broken, scared, abused, light, appreciated, love.